Hello, this is the Transportation and Constructions Technology unit for Georgia Virtual Schools. This is the fourth video in this series. This one has to do with vehicles. It's moving along. As you can see, this section, this micro lesson will actually work with vehicles. Whether we go by land, sea, or air, or space, we are in a vehicle. So we're going to cover, we went from wagons to trains, cars, sailboats, whatever. Vehicles are evolving, becoming more intelligent. They're designed for more autonomous operation. The fuels have changed. They're looking at more renewable fuels to stretch out the petroleum for all the other needs of petroleum and for space transportation. So in this lesson, students will learn the subsystems within transportation technology, innovations in transportation technologies, and technologies for alternate fuel vehicles. It's very clear that vehicles have different technological subsystems. Each of these are required for it to operate properly. Each vehicle has structural, propulsion, suspension, guidance, and control systems, and they work together for efficient vehicle operation. So structural is just that. This is the frame or the skeleton of the vehicle to make sure that it is holding its passengers and cargo safely. Propulsion is thrust to move the vehicle forward, whether it be an airplane, such as, well, this is not an airplane. It's similar, though, moving through fluids. It's a marine propulsion system. Suspension is how the vehicle is managing carrying its weight and provides control and stability over potholes or jolts in a ride. You got tires, wheels, springs, shock absorbers, a stabilizer bar some vehicles have, and linkages to connect all of this to the frame. And then the guidance system. Some of these have geopositional, GPS. Aircraft systems have guidance systems, as well as marine vehicles do. Innovations in vehicles. Vehicles are designed to be stronger, safer, and more efficient, and they try to work on lower costs, but they can't really do that to add these other features in there. So vehicles get to be more and more expensive. But there's a lot of advanced materials and technologies now in cars and trucks and boats and aircraft, and of course space travel. So autonomous ground vehicles. This is the effort to have automation in driving to help eliminate human error. Vehicle safety for automotive. Take a look at this scale, and depending on whenever you're taking this course, you're going to see where the current vehicles are, the state-of-the-art vehicles are. No automation, which means it is all manual. Driver assistance has safety features in there, such as the side monitoring of vehicles. You've got cameras. You've got cameras not only for backup, but also sensing the cars in front of you and objects around you. Partial automation is where I am in 2019, such as acceleration and braking. Some vehicles actually have sensors, and that will transfer motion to the steering wheel whenever to notify the driver of certain road situations. But yes, in cruise control now, vehicles will automatically slow down. The driver does not need to do anything. The driver does not need to turn the lights on. The driver does not need to turn the lights off. Windshield wipers too. We are not quite there yet on conditional automation, where the driver is an option. These things are being tested now in 2019. And then the other views are high automation, where the driver has an option to control the vehicle, and full automation is to the extent of the range. How does it do this? We're looking at Wi-Fi connectivity, because basically at this point in time for automation, your car becomes a computer. So you're driving around in a computer and leaving your life and the lives of those around you to a computer. Well, think about that one. How do the computers communicate? That's another thing. So you got Wi-Fi connectivity, which means that you've got to have sensors out there, and you've got to have connection points for your car to be talking to, just like your phone. You have to have antennas around for your phone, or else you don't get signal. Now, the other thing we talked about was alternative fuels. And looking at these, it says click the images to learn more. Obviously, that's biodiesel. Guess you have to close it. Ethanol, hybrid and all-electric vehicles, which are the big thing. LPG. Those are actually used a great deal by utilities. Natural gas is the same way. And then helium, or hydrogen, excuse me. Since we mostly covered automotive, aerospace engineers are an important part of industry also for transportation. That is included in the takeaway as also as a career connection.
I'm Paul Orquist. I'm department head in aerospace engineering. I'm also Bradley Jones Professor of Aerospace Engineering. So aerospace engineering really deals with anything that flies. So we care about making the aerodynamics, the structures, the controls, all of those sorts of things for a vehicle that's going to fly. Doing acoustic measurements, so we're listening to aircraft noise. We have other
capturing the envelope of science. Also with the PRD, it really is on the cutting edge.
Just about making the technology. You have to be able to communicate it to the outside world as well. You can be the greatest person in the lab, but if you can't tell the world about it, it just stays in the lab. So you need to make sure that you're able to talk about stuff too. Someone gave me some really good advice when I was young, and he said, if your head goes up when an airplane goes by, that's when you know you could be an aerospace engineer.
So let's take a look at the discussion question. So your assignment for this micro lesson is to do a little bit more research on autonomous vehicles and actually focus on one vehicle and answer questions about it. Describe the features of it, and then start thinking about autonomous vehicles. What's real? What do you think will work? And what really needs to be done? And of course, in all the discussions, you need to be replying to others. Contact your teacher if you have any questions about anything at all in this unit. Thank you.